Stop. Right now. Before your thumb hits that screen, before you fire off the message you think will fix everything, I want you to pause and ask yourself, if this message is so right, why does it already feel wrong? Why does it already sting with embarrassment you haven't even felt yet? In the next 20 minutes, we're going to strip away the surface of that craving. Not just the urge to text her, but the deeper impulse driving it, the panic, the emotional itch, the craving for validation. This isn't about her, it's about you reclaiming your self-control, your dignity, your gravity as a man. So let's be honest. That message you're about to send, it's not a gesture of love, it's a cry for relief. You're not reaching out to connect with her. You're reaching out to silence the chaos inside you, the uncertainty, the anxiety, the fear that if you don't say something now, you'll lose her forever. But here's the brutal truth. Every text you send just to check in, every, "Hey, I was just thinking about you," is a silent broadcast of need. And women are masters at reading subtext. She doesn't need to open your message to feel it. The second your name lights up her screen again, she already knows you're still orbiting her. You haven't moved on. You haven't let go. And worse, you've given her all the power. The illusion of connection. When a woman starts to pull back, most guys panic. You replay every word, every interaction. You start analyzing her texts like they contain secrets. You think, maybe she's just busy. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe she wants me to fight for her. But she's not a puzzle. She's a signal. And when someone starts responding with less emotion, less presence, and less consistency, that is the message. Most men in this moment fall into a trap. They chase. They over-communicate. They try to fix what feels broken. But by doing so, they magnify the exact thing pushing her away: emotional neediness. The reality is simple. If she was invested, you wouldn't be confused. Attraction is loud. Disinterest whispers, then disappears. The cost of chasing neediness is not about being emotional. It's about making someone else responsible for calming your emotions. And that's exactly what you're doing when you text her, hoping to ease that anxiety inside you. You want certainty. You want closure. But by reaching for her, you're saying, "I'm not okay without you." That message costs you more than pride. It costs you value. The more available you are, the more invisible you become. The power of silence. Now listen carefully, because this is the pivot. Silence isn't avoidance. It's not passive. It's not weak. Silence is power. It flips the script. It stops the chase. It puts space between you and the source of your distress, so you can regain control. You think texting her keeps the connection alive? Wrong. It's draining what's left of it, like tapping a well that's already gone dry. But when you stop, when you pull back and say nothing, that's when you start to matter again. Because attention follows mystery. Curiosity follows distance. When she doesn't know where you stand, she starts to wonder. When your name doesn't show up, her brain starts asking questions. And it's in that space, that silence, that you regain the upper hand. The 3 outcomes of silence. When you stop texting her, really stop, 3 things can happen. And in each one, you win. 1. She comes back. She starts texting again. Maybe it's a meme. Maybe it's, "Hey, how have you been?" Doesn't matter. What matters is she initiated. You didn't beg. You didn't chase. You created space. And in that space, she realized she missed your presence. 2. She doesn't come back, and you stop caring. At first, it's painful. The silence feels deafening. But as the days pass, you breathe again. You start laughing more, focusing better. You rediscover the man you were before she filled your every thought. And then, you realize you don't want her anymore. Not like before. 3. She doesn't come back, and it stings. But you gain clarity. No more confusion. No more checking your phone. You have your answer. You stop investing emotional energy into a dead end, and you make room for someone who chooses you with certainty. Each of these outcomes is a win. Why? Because you acted from self-respect, not desperation. Reclaiming your power. Silence isn't just for her, it's for you. Every moment you don't text her is a moment you invest back into yourself. You stop handing her your emotional remote control. She no longer decides how your day goes. You do. You start lifting, creating, building, growing. You become grounded, unshakable, and that is when everything changes. Not because you manipulated her into wanting you, but because you remembered who you are. A man who doesn't chase, a man who creates gravity, a man who moves with purpose, whether she's watching or not. So next time your thumb hovers over her name, remember this: the urge to text her isn't about her. It's about escaping the discomfort of being alone with yourself. But it's only in that discomfort that you grow, that you become the kind of man who doesn't need her attention to feel worthy. And ironically, the moment you stop needing it is often the moment it comes flooding back. So make your choice. Text her and stay stuck, or sit in silence and rise from it a stronger man. Because once you master this discipline, once you learn to hold the line and let go of control, you will never beg for attention again. And that, my brother, is where your power begins.